Hey YouTubers, Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. Today we are going to share with you important steps to take to prepare your snowblower for short-term storage. Let's go outside and take a look. All right YouTubers, our fun is done for the day. We did our entire drive all the way to the road and back. And before we put this snowblower away, we are going to properly prep it for short-term storage. So the very first thing we are going to do is clean out our chute and auger area. And safety first always, never ever put your fingers or hands inside the auger portion nor the chute. Grab your pick tool and just kind of push the snow down into the impeller area and carefully maneuver your pick tool and just get all that slush or snow or ice out of your auger and impeller area. The last thing you want is this to freeze during the storage, because in the event that this snow or slush freezes, it becomes ice, and then you start your engine and turn on the auger and impeller, you could damage it, and that would not be good. You could also break your shear pins, which one on the left of the gear case and one on the right. You don't want to have to replace a shear pin because you forgot to properly clean out your snowblower prior to storage. Get all of this out of there. What we'll do now is start the engine, and we want to let the engine run for about 3 minutes and allow the auger to run for about 30 seconds and get any additional snow on the auger or the shear pins as well as the internal impeller to have a chance to come loose and remove itself either down below or out the chute. Before turning on the engine, I want to properly store my pick tool. Back to starting the engine. Key on. Leave the choke in the run because you just turned it off just a few minutes ago. Leave your fuel on, and never ever prime a warm engine. That will lead to flooding. You will never get your engine started after that. Adjust your RPM basically in between the turtle and the rabbit and pull start. Let the auger run for about 30 seconds. During this 30 seconds, your auger will push all the snow out of the chute and remove any loose snow that could freeze on the auger and the impeller as well as the chute area. After 30 seconds, come over to your front area, make sure your auger is stopped. From there, we can turn off the engine. Take the choke, put it right in between the start, not the run, right in between. Turn your fuel to the off position. Key out, and from here, we will top off the tank. And I highly recommend recreational fuel because you can keep recreational fuel inside your tank for a very long time. And recreational fuel is non-ethanol, which is great. It does not gunk up any portions of your fuel system nor the inner portion of your tank. And again, you can let that fuel sit stationary for quite a long time. So again, make sure your tank is full prior to putting it away for storage, because once that next big snowstorm hits, you want your tank to be full and your machine to be ready. From here, I want to inspect all my parts. Okay, the springs, the connections, nothing in the chute. From here, I just want to clean all the snow off the machine. Don't allow any snow to be present on your machine prior to putting it in storage, because again, you don't want anything freezing. Next, come down below, inspect your gear case, make sure your bolts are still on there. You can see, check your shear pins, make sure neither of your shear pins, either to the right of the gear case or to the left, are damaged or missing. If they are damaged, it's just a matter of time before that shear pin busts and disables your snowblower during a heavy project, and that'll just delay your project. That won't be no fun. On the other hand, if one of your shear pins is completely missing, well, now's the best time to insert a brand new shear pin. And we have brand new shear pins in their respective slots ready to go. Continue your preparation. Do a 360 walk around and make sure your auger clutch is up, your drive clutch is up. I'm going to lower my drive to about 2 and that is your chute deflector lever. Just check that there's no ice buildup in the hinges or snow buildup that can freeze. That looks really good. No snow that will freeze on your springs or cable here. That routes all the way back up to your deflector lever adjustment now. Continuing on, it's very hot, so do not touch any portion of this engine. That is your spark plug boot, and down in that little area is your spark plug. Just kind of inspect around it, make sure it's not covered in snow, because you don't want any moisture or water interfering with the spark plug. That would cause corrosion or fouling out your plug, and that would not be good. It's also a good time to look at the exhaust, make sure nothing is obstructing your exhaust. Again, do not touch any portion of this engine. It will be extremely hot. And from here, in the event that you do have a heated garage, awesome. What we will do is park this in the garage and take a towel and clean it off. All I'm doing now is just cleaning off any excess water. Check this little switch out right here. That is the switch for our newly installed heated hand grips. In the event that you've got standard traditional non-heated grips and you want to upgrade to heated grips, I definitely recommend that. These grips are awesome. And what I will do is I will post a link down below in the comment section as well as the description section on our step-by-step video on how to install those. It's very user-friendly. Again, just clean everything off. Get it as clean and dry as possible. I'm a firm believer. The cleaner you keep your equipment, the longer your equipment will last. I'll just spend a couple minutes and continue drying up the entire exterior portion of the snowblower. All right, YouTubers, for the most part, the entire snowblower has been wiped down. It's as dry as I can get it right now. What I'll do is let it sit in the heated garage over the next few days, and it will completely melt any additional snow I can't get to and dry the snowblower and get it ready for the next snowstorm. So again, very important, make sure you properly prep your snowblower for short-term storage. It will go a long way. From here, do us a favor below the video. You will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely go to your settings, turn on your YouTube notification bell. Hey, once you do that, every video that we upload, you will be notified. You will be able to stay up to date with us, and that will be awesome. Thanks again for watching.